Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike Oski's Kitchen. I'm Mike Oski and I'm the chef of this kitchen. And if you're tuning in, I sure hope you're being the chef of yours and putting down some really good meals, feeding your family and gathering everybody back around the table. Boy, we certainly need that a lot today in our world that we live in. Get the families back around the table. And I always say, if you cook it, they will come. Hey, today, simple meal, quick one. It's a classic, it's an oldie but goodie. It's a great Polish flavor, it's a side dish. There's so much you can do with this. We are making ka-poo-stah, okay? Ka-poo-stah, you can say that. Tell your family and friends. If you're not Polish, you don't know what the word is, it means cabbage, ka-poo-stah. It's fantastic. It's great for a side dish. Traditionally, you serve it as a side dish with some mashed potatoes and pork, or mashed potatoes and some kielbasa. Or if you're making pierogi, you can put it on the pierogi. You can put it on the side of the pierogi. Or if, hey, it's grilling season, right? Summertime, you make your brats, make your hot dogs or kielbasa. You can put it right on top of there as a topper. It is excellent because once you cook it, you can heat it up time and time again. Fantastic, ka-poo-stah, perfect meal, but simple, really simple. Takes a little while to cook, but not a lot of work for me and you, okay? Simple ingredients. We have some brown sugar, salt and pepper. Always gotta have the salt and pepper. We're gonna use some onion. I like white onions, got a little bit more punch to it. You can use the yellow ones. The yellow one's a little sweeter. That's fine, it's up to you. A couple tablespoons of butter, kielbasa. Oh, you gotta have the kielbasa. 14 ounces of kielbasa, and of course, sauerkraut. Some people use raw cabbage and cooks in it. I like to use all sauerkraut, but what I do with the sauerkraut, I put it in a strainer, I rinse it, and I squeeze out as much as I can. I don't want a heavy sauerkraut taste. I just want to kind of get that a little bite of sauerkraut in it. That's it. 32 ounces of sauerkraut. I got about 48 ounces here. I'm not gonna use it all, but you know, we're gonna go ahead and make it up. Bacon, 6 pieces of bacon. We're gonna put this in the oven. It's simple to do. Put this in the oven, 400 degrees, 10 to 12 minutes, it cooks perfectly. And there's bacon grease that's gonna be left over. We need to keep the bacon grease to make this ka-poo-stah. So it's fantastic. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven, and then I'm gonna go ahead and chop up my onion. I'm gonna chop up my kielbasa, okay? And I'll see you back here right when this bacon's done. Okay, welcome back. Hey, our bacon's done. About 12 minutes at 400. Look, you don't have to fry it. You don't have to get your hands all splashed up. Just put it in the oven. The oven takes care of it for you. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this bacon over to my cutting board. I'm gonna let it cool down, okay? What I'm gonna do is chop the bacon up into small bits. Now, there's some bacon grease left. We're gonna take this is what makes it easy. I get a carrot up here, and I just pour the bacon grease right into this little bowl. You know, save about maybe a tablespoon. That's about it, okay? There you go. Just to show you, this is what the onion should look like. Nice and diced, really thin, really small. Same thing with the kielbasa, okay? Nice and diced, really thin. And I'll show you a little bit more on when we get back after the hot spot. What I'm gonna do is just let this bacon cool just for a little bit, chop it up in small pieces, and I'll see you over at the hot spot. Let's put this together. We're about done. Okay, so we're back at the hot spot now. We're gonna put this wonderful dish together. This classic, this wonderful ka-poo-stah. First thing you want to do, I melted 2 tablespoons of butter and I put that bacon grease in there. Came to about 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons, so I got it both mixed together. They're both melted. Let's go ahead and do the onions. And what we want to do is caramelize these things 10 minutes, 9, 10 minutes, maybe 11, depending on the kind of heat you're using. But you want to get that nice and coated with that bacon butter, I call it. And then we want to go ahead and get it all covered, and then we want to make sure that we're caramelizing it. Before you do that, let's just add a little pepper, about a tablespoon or so, and then a little bit of salt, and then we'll mix that back in. I'm going to go ahead and mix these up. I'll see you back here in about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, hey, it's been about 10 minutes. These onions look nice and caramelized, nice and browned. It's what we want. Remember, we're using a butter and bacon grease base. Oh, how lovely is that, right? So the onions look fantastic. So next step in making our ka-poo-stah is going to be add the kraut. Remember, you rinse it and you drain it. And you rinse it. You don't want a heavy kraut flavor in here. Just going to go ahead and drop it in with the onions. Wash my hands. I'm going to mix this up just a little bit. Mix it in with the onions. We're going to add a little bit more here just in a second. If you see in the background there, we have our kielbasa and our bacon bits. They're going to go in just in a little bit. We don't want to put them in just yet. We want to get this base going here for the ka-poo-stah. Okay? Next, we're going to add a cup and a quarter of water. There's 1 cup. I'm sorry, 3/4 cup. There's 3/4 cup. We'll let that simmer down a little bit. And then of course we're gonna add a half cup of brown sugar. Now we wanna get a good mix on this, get it boiling again. And then once we get it boiling again, I'll be back and I'm gonna show you the final step. And then we're gonna let this thing sit for a few hours, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, now that we've added, remember we added our 1 3/4 cup of water, we added our brown sugar, and of course we added our sauerkraut. It's coming back up to a boil, that's good. We're not gonna keep it at a boil. Right now at this point we wanna add our bacon. Remember, small bits. We wanna mix that in. Mix it all in because we're gonna add our kielbasa right with it. And we're gonna add our kielbasa. Now, final stir to get everything integrated. You got your bacon, you got your kielbasa, you got your sauerkraut, you got your brown sugar, you've got your onion, you got your bacon grease. I mean, what a fantastic, fantastic flavorful punch this is gonna have when you have it for a side dish or put it over top of your brats. Now at this point, we're still boiling a little bit. We're gonna keep mixing this. So I'm gonna let it sit here. Take my heat, I'm gonna turn it all the way down to about low because we wanna bring this down to a simmer. And it's gonna simmer for 3 to 4 hours. I would suggest checking on it once in a while, flipping it a few times, mixing everything up. If it's getting a little dry and sticking, you can add a little bit more water. Don't worry, it's not gonna be this mushy when you eat it because this water's gonna simmer out for the next 3 to 4 hours. So you're gonna have a nice thick mixture when you're ready to eat it. So, right now, let's go ahead, I've turned it down. We're gonna go ahead and cover it. And we'll see you in about 3 to 4 hours. But again, keep turning it maybe every hour, every 45 minutes. If it looks too dry, just add a little bit of water. I'll see you back here where we're ready to eat this. We're done. We're just ready to eat. See you in a little bit. Okay, everybody, after 4 hours, we got the ka-poo-stah done. It's fantastic. You're gonna love it. Oh gosh, it's so good. I've been eating it all the whole way, the last 3 or 4 hours, tasting it. Oh, it's so good. So what I've done, I made a brat. And like I said, you could take the ka-poo-stah and put it on a brat like I'm gonna do. Or you can take the ka-poo-stah and put it as a side dish, which I'm gonna do. So what I'm gonna do first is take a taste. Oh man, that's so good. You're gonna love this. You got that sauerkraut taste, and you got a little bit of that brown sugar, you got some onion, you got some bacon, you got some kielbasa. So let's take a, gotta do this. Let's take a bite of the brat with the ka-poo-stah on it. If you make brats, kielbasa, hot dogs, put this on top of it, oh, you're gonna love it. Man, that's good. It could make it so much better. Ka-poo-stah, it's fantastic. It's a classic, old school recipe, easy to make. Put it on a side dish, put it on top of your brats, put it on top of your dogs. I mean, it's great. Hey, thanks for showing up. Enjoy your ka-poo-stah. Make it, make it, make it. You don't have to be Polish to make this. It's fantastic. Put it on top of all kinds of different kind of dishes. I like to put it on my mashed potatoes. Don't have it right now, but I would do that too with pork. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for enjoying some ka-poo-stah. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more to my plate. I'm gonna eat it with my brat. Thanks so much. God bless you in my own Polish special way. Na zdrowie.